So, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy D Mac. Let's go ahead and have a conversation about what's been going on this week. You can even play it. Um, First of all, I want to give a shout out to my boy Big J. Go over to Big J. Let's talk and give him a like, give him a share, give him a subscribe if you haven't already. Doing great things over there. Shout out to my boy Talk with T. Shout out to Humble Beginnings, my boy Bam Lynch down in Concord, North Carolina. Um, Self Awareness TV, Reverend Tony over there. Shout out to all my fellows in my little circle. Josh Croshan, shout out to everybody. If I forgot anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart. So let's talk. All right, there's been a lot of things going on just within this week, man. With Afghanistan being taken over by the Taliban, and now they're talking in a diplomatic manner, trying to say that they're going to give rights to the women, but it's going to be based within within their belief system, which there's been some debate about that because they don't know to trust these people, but they have no other choice really right now but to trust them because they are the ones that are in power. And the United States just pulled out of Afghanistan. So are you going to go back over there and start another conflict with these people to try to get them out of power to put who in place? Because the president already bailed on the people without even saying nothing to nobody. So apparently, his leadership is in question. So now we're stuck with the question: is the Taliban really going to try to cooperate with the rest of the world and build foreign relations and things of that nature for the benefit of Afghanistan? It's something we're gonna have to wait and see. But at this time, right now, we're trying to get our people out of there in a safe and timely manner before everything just starts to collapse. So we have to just keep our eyes and ears open with this situation and just see what's gonna pop with that. Um, in the sports realm, we've been talking a lot about LiAngelo Ball and whether he's going to get a spot on the Charlotte Hornets roster. I personally say his spot has already been solidified. So, you know, um, that's just that. That's the way I feel. That's my personal opinion. Anybody have the right to their own opinion. But I feel this spot is already solidified. They've already had these talks and already had this understanding. So it's just a matter of the people being, privy to the information as they want to let it out. There's always a storyline, and they can always capitalize off of marketing with the storyline. So we're just seeing the storyline play out for LiAngelo Ball. LaMelo's doing his thing. He's definitely keeping himself trending and talking about, well, he definitely has a right to have the confidence in himself that he does. He's proved everything that he said he was going to do, and he's going to come out and do more. He's opened up an opportunity for his brother LiAngelo to get in. So the young dude got a right to talk a little bit of junk, and people was getting on him about what he said as far as education. And he said that's something that wasn't a priority to him, but that's just to him, and that's specific to him and his unique journey into the league. So, um, there's always going to be somebody that has something to say, but that goes without saying. So what else been taking place? Haiti has taken another hit. They had an earthquake. I think it was like a 7 on the Richter scale, and the death toll is up to 1,400 right now, and it's continuing to rise as they find other people in other rubble and stuff like that. So prayers go out to Haiti and all of the stuff that they're going through. They just went through the assassination of their president, and before that they were trying to recover from another natural disaster that they were hit by. So Haiti's just been taking a lot of punishment, man. And Pat Robinson, the the guy from the 700 Club. He was just under fire because he made reference to Haiti being under a curse because they made some type of pact with the devil to get out from under the French rule in the war that they had against the French. And so he took a little bit of heat for that, but that's Pat Robertson. He do his scriptural reading, and I read up on it some myself to see if there was any validity to what Pat Robertson was saying. And according to the history of the revolution that freed Haiti from the French, it states that one of their statesmen practice voodoo, and this is something that he ingrained in the culture that he used to influence people to stand up and revolt. So there is some validity to what Pat Robinson was saying. It's just the way that he said it. I think people had a problem with, how we live in this cancel culture nowadays, so you'd expect something like that. um what else has been going on? Oh, my Washington football team. We've narrowed it down to 2 to 3 names that we're gonna have for our team. It's something that I guess is necessary because we're tired of walking around with those big W's on our helmets, even though it stands for winner, which we are going to be this season because we are definitely going to retain our title as the top of our division. Because let's see, Jalen Hurts, he looked okay. He looked as though he could take a drive. He could put together a good drive down the field. But what can he do in those high pressure situations whenever Chase Young and Jamin Davis is coming at him? Or when we got some of those guys on that defensive line coming at him? What is he going to do in those instances? And so then we see the destruction of Dallas. They're in such a bad situation because street clothes Prescott. That's what I've been calling him lately because he's not dressed out, not playing. Because not only did he have the ankle injury to come back from, now he has to come back from this shoulder thing. So we're not gonna see him for a while. Gilbert tried, and it just isn't coming together too good for Dallas right now. And then you have the Giants. They've had their issues. Saquon Barkley is supposed to be returning, but what else are they really going to have outside of him? So it's looking pretty favorable for us to be the top of the NFC East. So with that being said, there's been some other stories to come out that I can't think of right now, but these are the main things that I've been putting my focus on, especially with the Brother Polite story that just came out. I'm going to keep close ties to that and the Deshaun Watson thing and just keep updating y'all on that as it goes forward. Because, like I say, I leave the stats to the other guys. They got all the stats and all the numbers for the athletes and stuff like that, but I have the inside stories. I have the things that are going on in their life that we can apply to our everyday life, and we can relate to these people and the things that they go through, because what their profession is that we get entertainment off of is a job to them, just like our job is a job to us. And so we have to keep that in mind, that they go through things, they take stuff home with them. And fans can be pretty bad and cruel a lot of times to these guys on their job and these women on their job. So yeah, there's a lot for me to cover as far as what's going on inside of the sports world. So this is my little spiel for now. I just wanted to come on and holler at my people. Once again, thanks to everybody for coming in and checking out my little podcast. And it's growing, it's getting bigger and better. And I'll continue to bring quality, credible news and information to you guys concerning sports, concerning anything else that comes up that I feel is necessary to be talking about. So one more thing before I get off. Um, we've been talking about boxing, and we've been talking about the whole fight industry. And so we have the Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul fight coming up, and there's been a lot of talking back and forth, and there's been a lot of undercard fight talk for some of these fighters that don't really get an opportunity to be showcased. And so this is a good thing in a way, but it's being exploited. So you just kind of take the good with the bad with that situation. But we're gonna keep an eye out. The Spence fight is still off. I guess that Pacquiao is gonna fight the interim champion, and so we'll still have some action from Pacquiao to look forward to. Um, but that's all I have for you right now. This is your boy D Mac. You know what I say: sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.